All right, so this morning's information session is on decodable games.
What's that?
All right, so we'll start by acknowledging that this information session is being held on the traditional lands of the Boonwurrung people. We would like to pay respects to their elders, both past, present, and emerging. So, why games of literacy? They're fun, something a little bit different from the traditional, constantly reading books or doing some writing. They're engaging. Obviously, we all know that after doing a long session of literacy, we lose stamina. So, doing a game at the end, a few of the classes have, at like the end of their session, the students know they do their, first 2 activities, and then by the end they can choose a reading game to do, like almost as like a little reward as well to lighten their cognitive load. Also, really good practice to keep practicing our sounds and our words, because as we know, the more practice we get, the better that we can decode and get better at our sounds. Learning through teaching. So if you were to do the sound games, if there was a mistake, obviously we know to correct it and to keep reinforcing that good sound knowledge, and obviously developing more than just literacy skills, because games are really good for developing social skills such as taking turns, communicating about if something's going wrong, how can we fix that. So there is a few games that our foundation students have been practicing in their classrooms, and they obviously also have the opportunity to bring home a game instead of a book. But there is a limited number of games, so obviously not everybody can bring home a game, but if they can, then the opportunity is there. All of these games are linked directly to your child's reading stages with some minor differences. So, for example, at the stage 1 games are probably more like individual sounds and maybe simple vowel consonant words. And as they get higher, they possibly bring in like digraphs, 2 sounds, and get harder. As you go on. So Claire will hand out some of the games so that way you can have a bit of a look before her and Hermione go through them.
I'll just start with the first game we have up in here. So it's called the Roll and Read. So as simple as the name is. So you just have to have this sheet where we have all the words of the sounds, and then we would need a die. So in here.
Attention all staff, welcome to Thursday and what is meant to be a wonderful display of the beauty of Melbourne weather today. Could all staff please check their emails, just in case I've made any changes to your day, just so you are able to forward plan and respond. Thank you.
Yeah, so with the dies, we just had a discussion yesterday about like if you don't have a dies, you can always request one from the school, and we are happy to provide one for you. And in case you would like to use dies online or a Trio mobile, or even like a virtual dice, you can do that. So when you roll the dice and you get a number, so the expectation is we go to the column with that number and then we read the first word, and then you put a counter on top of that to cross out that word and make sure that you've read that word. And then we do this with a partner, so we keep reading and putting the calendars on top as we read the word, and the person with the most calendars win at the end. So this could be with one of the siblings if they have, and it would be a great opportunity for them to support their siblings as well, or you could simply do it with your child as well. So.
Okay, so I think what you'll see with a lot of these games, and we can, we don't have a lot of time, so we can have a look at what they are on the screen, but also having a look at what you have in front of you. the words and the sounds represent the stages that your children are at, and also the words that are decodable in the books that your children will be taking home. So just like Em said about repeated exposures, that's why we have repeated words or in different formats or different game styles, just because we know that repetition is the key to mastery. We have to do it over and over and over again for it to become automatic. So for this game here, very simple. You start at the beginning, roll a dice. If you land on a word, blend it, sound it out. So when Em was talking about a vowel consonant word, at is a vowel consonant word. When we're talking about a CVC, sap, because the vowel is in the middle. So that's what that jargon, the teacher jargon, means for you at home. So when they're landing on the word, now, if they can read it automatically, that's fabulous, because that means that it's in here. So if they land on the word sat and they can go sat, great. You don't need to ask them to go sat. They know it. That's a big tick. Oh yeah, great. Those sounds are automatic. They probably know that at sound at the end, because that has been blending those two letters together has been right from the beginning of school. We've been working on those sounds. So that's fantastic. Something like sap. Oh, we haven't had enough exposures of that at the end of a word, so they might have to sound that one out. And that's good knowledge for you, that you know that, oh, we can keep working on a couple of those words. You've got those sound cards in your take-home packs. Then you know, oh, well, I can practice those words with a at the end. Okay, so they're all very, very similar, very much the same, just maybe in a different format. So here we've got, that's where we can add different words to the board, which is why we have different board games for each stage, because at each stage they are exposed to different sound patterns, and so then we can tweak the board games so that when they go home they're connected to whichever stage your child is working on at home. But I mean, you roll a dice, you move the counter, say the sound. Pretty simple. Yeah, you guys are all over that. So here's an example, and I think let's just have a go and have a play, and you can have a look at how your child is either having a go at sounding out the words. And, you know, we've got whiteboards out here, which is great. Can I just say this is awesome? You can just have a piece of paper at home. Sorry, but this is great. I have a 5-year-old at home too. So these are the exact same things that I do at home. We might be playing a game, and then we might go, oh, can you write the word for me? Now, if they have to copy it, that's okay. But have a go. Say, can you have a go? What's that first sound? We read it. What was the first sound? And then have a go at writing it. Because I know that my boy loves to be busy. So if there's the opportunity to be busy with their hands and keep writing it as well, it's just another way to keep them engaged, and also that writing the word assists them with their writing at school as well. So yeah, thanks for having that whiteboard. That was perfect for me to just chat about. All right, we'll hand out the counters and we'll come around and just hang out with you as well. And thank you everyone for coming. We really appreciate it.